What does it take to be a man? Like a real man, a man's man? I don't know, and I don't think anyone knows. Being a man is not something binary. It's not black and white. Either you're a man or you're not. It's a concept. It's completely arbitrary. Look, I've been a man for the better part of 57 years, and I couldn't tell you what a man is supposed to be. I just have this painting I did a few years ago of John Bernthal as the Punisher, and I wanted to talk about something during the painting process, which, by the way, is done in acrylics. And you may or may not know this, but I hate acrylics. So my face the whole time I was painting this kind of looked like John Bernthal's face right there. I was not happy. But a company had sent me a set, and I thought I'd try it out, and you know what? I didn't hate it. I hate the glossiness of it, and I don't like shiny paint, but other than that, it wasn't bad. I still prefer gouache or acrylic gouache for the matte texture, but if you stick around, I think this came out pretty good for a medium I hate. Anyways, where was I? Oh, yeah. Men, manliness, masculinity. When I think of masculinity, I think of my dad. He was kid number 11 out of 12 children born to immigrants from Sicily. Grew up on the streets of Yonkers, New York in the 1930s. Yep, my dad was born in 1929, just in time for the Great Depression. He got into fights and got into trouble a lot. He loved sports and wanted to be a football player, but he quit when he got into a fight with his high school coach. He worked at my grandfather's pizzeria because, of course, that's what my family did. They had a pizzeria. I had an Uncle Bakey, Uncle Polly, Aunt Sil, Uncle Willie, a cousin Petso, and an Uncle Junior, to name a few. A lot of my uncles fought in World War II. My dad didn't turn 18 until 1947, after the war was over, but he joined the army anyhow. He was a tough guy. He wouldn't back down for anyone. He was a hard worker. He didn't talk much. He loved sitting on the couch and watching football all day on Sundays. He hated movies where women could beat up a man. He'd shout at the TV and say, "Now how is this 100-pound woman going to knock out a 250-pound man? That makes no sense." He, of course, had no problem with a robot from the future going back in time to kill someone. That was perfectly plausible. Let's just say he was a fan of the patriarchy and leave it at that. My dad was the picture of masculinity, the poster boy for manhood. Me, on the other hand, I didn't get into fights. I wasn't really into sports, though my dad made me try every possible sport known to man in the hopes that I would be good at one of them. I wasn't. He'd be under the car working on whatever was under the car that needed working on and ask me for help. I just wanted to go ride my bike or draw. I never helped him. I wasn't mechanically inclined like he was. I was bullied in school. I was a daydreamer and undiagnosed autistic. I never had a girlfriend. He'd get all the ladies when he was young. We were nothing alike. My dad was a man's man by any conventional standard. That's the thing. There is no conventional standard. There's no scientific method. There's no governing law on what makes a man a man. There's no checklist. There's no test. It's a completely fictional and arbitrary thing. Manhood isn't how much you can bench press. Masculinity isn't defined by the amount of hair on your chest. I don't know. Maybe it is to some. Maybe for some people, some weird people, they define masculinity by how well you fight or how poorly you treat women or how much money they make. I genuinely don't understand why people do these things. I mean, I could tell you the measure of a man is how he cares for his family or how he honors God or how he provides for his children, but those are platitudes. They're just things people say. You could be a man and be chronically ill. You could be bedridden. You could be a man and be a stay-at-home dad while your partner brings in all of the money. You could be a man and be a pacifist. You could be a man and cry a lot. You could be a man and not, I know this is shocking, not have hair on your chest. It's true. I've seen it. The thing is, for every rule some gym bro creates for manhood, there's 1,000 exceptions. Perfect examples of manhood that defy these silly rules. Why? Because there is no true definition of manhood. It's not physical. You don't need to be strong to be a man. It's not psychological. You don't need to be aggressive or angry or misogynistic to be a man. It's not biological. You don't need to be born with XY chromosomes or all the manly bits to be a man. So what is it? What do you need to be a man? Honestly, I have no idea. I genuinely think this whole masculinity thing is a sham. I don't recall a single moment of my life as a man where I've said to myself, I need to do more of this to maintain my manlyhood. I've never consulted the ancient masculinity scrolls to ensure I'm walking the path of manliness correctly. I've never been given a man card, and honestly have never wanted one or needed one. It's 100% something I've never cared about. And I wonder why other men, and I'm using air quotes here, do. Why do some people care so much about masculinity? They judge others for not being manly enough, and they make rules for who is and isn't in their man club. They try to alpha male their way into an exclusive club of toxic masculinity that truly no sane person would want to be a part of. Why? I guess to feel special. These are people who have no real contribution to society, no personalities other than their biceps, no talent other than putting other people down for not having as much money as they do or doing as many squats as they can. They can't create art, they can't enjoy a good book because they don't read. They don't know what it's like to be loved because they can't comprehend what love is. And honestly, who would want to be with them? So they create a set of rules for manhood and try to get others to join in. It's like a testosterone-drenched pyramid scheme with their lonely and pathetic misogynistic selves on top. It's truly sad. And if you're someone searching for your place in the world, don't get sucked up into that, please. Stop seeing the world as binary, men and women. It's not. There's humans and maybe killer robots from the future sent back to destroy us, but for the most part, there's humans. We're all equal. Some have more masculine features, some have more feminine features. Some might be tough and strong, like my dad, and some might be introverted hobbits, like me. And there's everyone and everything in between. We're he's and she's and theys and thems. We're lovers and fighters, and some of us cry and others don't. Some are strong and some are not. Some are colorful and some are not. We love differently, we worship differently, we dress differently, but we're all humans. Don't make masculinity your whole identity. It doesn't make you in any way a better person than anyone else. Quite the opposite, really. In fact, stop trying to be better than other people. This isn't a race, it's not a game. You don't win a prize at the end for being the best. Again, air quotes. Instead, find out what makes you happy and do it. Find out what brings you joy. Make that your identity. And if you're lucky to find someone to love, make that your identity. I'd rather be called a dad or a husband than a man. I'd rather be known for the love I give to others than how many pull-ups I could do. We get to choose the kind of people we become. We get to choose our identities, who we are, what we are. It's not preordained in our DNA by our chromosomes. My dad was a tough, manly mechanical engineer who grew up in the Great Depression. I'm nothing like him, and you know what? He was proud of me. He loved me for who I was, for the love I gave to my wife and kids, and for the goodness I put into the world and the art I created. Did he want a professional football player for a son? Absolutely, 100%. Was he a bit disappointed? No doubt, totally disappointed. But he never, ever, and this is an old school Sicilian, ever doubted my manhood or belittled me for being who I was. Because he knew that the measure of a man wasn't wrapped up in the myopic descriptors of toughness or strength or wealth. My dad, a real man, knew that being a man was being yourself, being someone who can give of themselves, someone who can love with his whole heart, someone who sacrifices their time and talent to help others, someone who loves their children more than their own lives, unconditionally. I didn't learn this from my dad, I just kind of figured out my version of manhood along the way, but my dad supported me every step of the way. He grumbled, of course, he didn't always understand me, of course, but I always knew he loved me. And side note, he did not say I love you much. He was not the I love you type, but that's okay. That's who he was, and I was okay with it. He showed his love the way he could, providing for the family and being there when you needed him. That was his version of being a dad. Completely different than mine, and I think that's kind of the point, right? My version of masculinity is kindness and compassion and telling my boys I love them every single day. I don't watch sports on Sunday, I play video games. I don't know how to fix a car, but I watch YouTube videos to get me through it. And I actually like it when the women beat up the men in movies. I'm nothing like my dad in all the ways that make you masculine, and I'm okay with that. And I think he was okay with that too. And I think we should all find our own definition of masculinity or femininity or any inanity in between. We shouldn't force ourselves into gender roles that are completely made up. We shouldn't adhere to stereotypes because we think it's the right thing to do. If you want to do something truly radical, if you want to show the world how incredibly brave you are, be you. Be your authentic self, not just some lame cosplay of masculinity. Don't play dress up as a tough guy. Be you. Be caring, be colorful, be dependable, be emotional, be empathetic, be strong, be quiet, be loving, be artistic, be beautiful, be flamboyant, be generous, be compassionate, be everything toxic masculinity says you shouldn't be. Be everything tough guys fear. Don't worry about being masculine. Don't worry about being a man. Just be you.